everyone, and welcome to Inflame Medical Magazine. And in this video today, we have Dr. Nachiket Bhatia sir with us. And if you don't know him, he is the CEO of Dr. Bhatia Medical Coaching Institute and also the founder of eGurukul app. Now, if you don't know about eGurukul app is a learning app where you can find video lectures for your competitive exam preparation like NEET, PG, FMG, USMLE, etc. So basically, now as the current scenario, there are a lot of questions in aspirants' mind who are appearing for NEET PG 2021. And to solve these queries out, we have Dr. Nachiket Bhatia sir, and we have framed a list of questions that would be answered in this video. So let's welcome Dr. Nachiket Bhatia sir. Hello, sir. How are you doing?
Yeah, hi Alicia. I'm glad that I'm having a chance to talk to you.
Same here, sir. This is a wonderful opportunity for Inflame Medical Magazine that you have took out some time from your busy schedule to have this interview with us.
No, I'm really happy that I got a chance to be here, and you know how much I respect you as a person. You have been doing some great works, and you know you have a fan in me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so shall we move towards the questions?
Sure, please do.
Okay, so the first question to you is, looking at the current scenario, most of the students are demanding the postpone of NEET PG 2021, and they are actually killing their time and not utilizing the time and getting ready for the worst. So what would you comment on that?
I think people are actually being worried for no reason. Because if you ask me, I think neither of us, I mean, including me, you, all the students have any control upon that news. It is the government decision, and we can only be worried about it for no reason, because of course, however we are worried, however we are anxious, nervous, whatever word you want to choose, it is not affecting that decision. So if the government says that exam is on 18th of April, you have to appear on for that examination, whatever how devastating the situation in the country might be, you have to appear for that examination. So I have actually recommended so many students who kept messaging me, calling me ki sir kya hoga. I am not the government. I mean, I cannot give you any kind of false hope कि हाँ यार बढ़ सकता है. अगर ये कहूंगा तो तुम पढ़ाई छोड़ दोगे, ठीक है. और जितनी तुम, और ऐसा नहीं होता वो सिर्फ मुझसे पूछते हैं, वो इतने मल्टीपल फैकल्टी से पूछ रहे होते हैं. So every message consumes some time of yours. फिर आप इंतजार में बैठते हो कि ठीक है मुझे रिप्लाई भी आएगा. And it's during this whole journey you are wasting so much time, precious time that you can utilize for revision. So at the end of the day, I tell them that the purpose is not to appear for the examination, but to top the examination. So for that, you need to stop worrying about this thing on which you have no control. I mean, nobody of us has any control, and you need to start revising, utilizing that time. So again, whether the exam will be postponed or not, I will not say anything. For me, the exam is on 18th until further government clarification. So for everyone who's listening to this thing, please focus on your studies, focus on your revision. Let the worrying be done by the government. कि क्या होना है.
So exactly. So we should be prepared for the worst. And if in case the examination is postponed, it is a good luck. And if not, we should be ready for the worst. So the next question is, as the NEET PG examination as of now is scheduled on 18th of April. So there's hardly a week left for the PG exam. So what are some of the important strategies that an aspirant should be looking for during the last week of the preparation?
The best strategy that an aspiring student should do is never ever change a strategy at the last minute. Even if the God is speaking to you by himself, please, if you are following something, this is the last minute. Follow that to the end, because strategies are not made at the end point. Right now, what you need is just motivation, that not to let the morals go down, and keep the inspiration level up in you. Yes, that you can achieve something. So do not change for anything. Do not change your strategy at all. One thing that I can add is that people are not actually, I see many people who are, the night dwellers, the night walkers kind of people who study during the night, and sleep in the day. For those people, they should actually try to change their routine ASAP. I mean, your brain should be working in the daytime. Problem kya hoti hai? Many people who are night dwellers, they उनकी ब्रेन को आदत हो जाती है कि that to run at full efficiency during the night and sleep during the day, and that replicates during the exam scenario also. So same goes for the mask thing. Wearing a mask for 3.5 hours straight, आप नीचे भी नहीं कर सकते, it is going to be a uncomfortable thing. So be prepared for the discomfort. Start giving GTs. Start studying while wearing a mask, ताकि आपके बॉडी को आदत हो जाए कि हाँ इतनी देर मुझे पहन के रखना है. And whenever you are giving the grand test, start giving by shutting off the AC. Many of us has forgotten that in the exam centers there is not going to be any AC. So ये छोटी छोटी बातें होती है which is going to affect your performance over there. ठीक है ना, गर्मी में बैठने की लोगों को आदत खत्म हो जाती है. बहुत टाइम से हम वर्क फ्रॉम होम कर रहे हैं, वी आर जस्ट सिटिंग एट होम, वी आर थिंकिंग दैट ओके दिस इज जस्ट नॉर्मल. एग्जाम सेंटर देयर इज नॉट गोइंग टू बी एनी एसी, इट इज गोइंग टू बी freaking hot at that point of time. I mean Delhi is right now 42 degrees Celsius. ठीक है, so imagine sitting at 42 degree and then wearing a mask for 3.5 hours and then giving the examination. It is going to be a very tough job. So you have to start utilizing all these tactics during the current grand test only, ताकि main में you know that this is how it is going to be. इतना पसीना आएगा ही आएगा. So you don't face any surprise over there.
Yeah, so this
That's a
is
small thing.
according to the current scenario. These are some of the important things that a student misses out on, and definitely this will help the aspirants a lot in their practice tests. So the next question is some tips for students who have covered all the major subjects but are still left with covering the minor subjects, which are having less weightage in the NEET PG 2021 exam.
As you might know, Alisha, that they have actually removed all the weightage. So in the last, I mean, what it is 12th now, 6 more days. Just do revision videos, whichever institute you have joined. Just do the revision videos, and if possible, go through the LMRP book. Again, I mean, this is too last minute to actually ask somebody that if you have not gone to the minor thing, start doing that. Please do not start anything new. If you have not done any subject, leave it. Don't waste time on that. Instead, what you have read already, revise it more, so that if you face that kind of question, you are 100% able to answer it. So right now, focus on building what you have already built instead of starting a new building, because by the time you even start making the base, the exam will be like, it's just like 6 days left. So it will be already there. So focus on what you have already done, revise it, be the best in what you can do. That's what I will advise.
Exactly. So apart from that, some students also face major issues in attempting some of the clinical and also integrated questions. So during the examination, you know, certain mix-ups occurs and students are not able to recall and integrate actually all the subjects. So what are some of the strategies that a student or aspirant must apply during that time?
One thing that I have successfully mentored, like I mentored on 50 students. See, I choose number of students who are actually finding it difficult to even qualify. And I always tell them that it is not just preparation that will help, it will also the how you give that examination. Many of times you will see that students are, I mean, in 2020, they were simply going for 300 students and putting too much hope on luck. First of all, keep the luck out of the preparation. When you sit down in the exam, it is clear statistics and maths. So when you see a clinical question and you don't know it, the concept is not going to come into you at that point of time. So if you're asking for advice in how to attempt a clinical question, it takes practice. Okay, recently we launched a final sprint that was 1,000 questions, 50 questions in each test, 1,000 questions in the question bank, and all clinical questions. A clinical question is supposed to be judged properly, that okay, from which subject this question is from, and then you need to see that okay, is this a simple one-liner or does it actually takes a concept? I'll give you an example. For example, in NEET 2017, a question was asked like this: Broca's area is responsible for. The answer is pretty much simple: speech. Now see, this is a one-liner question. You convert it into a clinical question simply by adding a clinical scenario above it. Like how a 36-year-old man comes into your clinic with a complaint that he's having difficulty while speaking. Which area in the brain can have the most probable lesion? Answer again, Broca's area. But this is basically a medicine question. This is not an anatomy question. Earlier it was an anatomy question. So now if you see this factor that this is a one-liner question, but again with the clinical scenario. So that statistic you need to keep in your mind, that you do not have to put hopeless concepts into every question. So NEET this time is going to be like that they are going to simply convert one-liner questions into a clinical scenario-based questions, and the student who is going to sit in the examination needs to figure out, okay, that this is a difficult question because this actually has a great concept involved, like you need to understand pathology and then give an answer, or is it simply a one-liner question with a clinical concept? And when they start giving the examination, they have to make sure that their negatives are not going to increase. If you ask me that how many students who are not able to qualify, what is the biggest problem? The biggest problem is that their number of incorrects actually outweigh the corrects. In 2020, it was like 100 correct, 150, 160 incorrect. So what if they could simply have done 100 correct? Their knowledge remains fixed. Okay, 100 correct, but they can simply reduce the incorrect. So imagine 100 questions you have done correct, 400 marks, and only 50 to 60 you do incorrect. So you land around 350, 360. So that means you are at the brink of qualification. Simply you increase your negatives, you start going back 200, 250. So now aspirants have to know that, okay, I have to control my negative as well. And that means controlling your intuitions. You might be thinking that, okay, I know this question. You need to understand, okay, do you really know this question or just marking it for luck? Because you have to consider the worst that every question you are marking on luck, it is basically going against you. And now you are getting -1 simply by marking the question on luck. So you can save then 1 mark and not avoid going 1 mark below. So 30 to 40 questions you save like this, trust me, it will help you qualify. It will help you get that rank that you were imagining. And it is only possible when you keep statistics in your mind. That this question, I definitely know. This question, 50-50, and this question, I'm just going on luck. So if you keep this statistics in your mind, you will actually get the rank that you desire. You delete this statistic, then you are just simply putting a lot of baseless hope that okay, ठीक है, अगर ये अच्छा हो गया तो पेपर अच्छा हो गया, अगर ये पेपर अच्छा नहीं हुआ तो नहीं होगा. ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए कभी. That is what I believe.
Great. So now when you said about correct and incorrect questions, some of the students, they try to attempt all of the questions that are there. And some of the students care about the negative marking. So now dealing with both, like should student go for attempting all the questions that are there in the exam, and also how to avoid this negative marking. If a student knows that by elimination method, he knows that 2 answers are not correct, and he knows that there are chances 50-50 that any one option is correct. So during that time, what should one student do?
I believe that there are 2 types of students. One is a ranker kind. See, कुछ नया नहीं होता उस एग्जाम के अंदर. आप जीटी देते आ रहे हो, आपको पता आपकी वैल्यू क्या है. अगर आप रैंकर हो, go for 200. But अगर आप रैंकर नहीं हो, you are simply fighting for a seat around 10,000, or you are willing to, you're just trying to qualify. Then you have to understand, okay, that going for 200 means कि आप 50 से 100 क्वेश्चन गलती करके आओगे. वो आपको पीछे लेके जा रहा है. तो आपको सबसे पहले क्या करना है, आपको पीछे जाने से बचना है. रैंकर को और आगे जाना है और आपको पीछे जाने से बचना है. So both of these are different kind of scenarios. For a person who is willing to just qualify or get a rank to like 10,000, 200 जाना गलत होगा. ठीक है ना. You go for 200, you are going to get 70 to 80 wrong. For those people, उनको मैं advice क्या करता हूँ that from the first reading of the exam, simply mark those in which you are 100% sure कि आपको आता ही आता है. ठीक है. Especially it's a long paper. Every question is going to have a lot of sentences. You are going to consume a lot of time reading every question. So उसके लिए क्या करना चाहिए आपको, पहली रीडिंग के अंदर only mark those in which you are 100% sure. इससे क्या होगा that you are going to simply save time by attempting by first reading all the questions. और कभी भी ऐसा नहीं होगा कि आपका पेपर खत्म नहीं हो रहा. तो यानी आपने 200 क्वेश्चन पढ़ लिए, आपको जितना आता था आपने वो मार्क कर लिया. नॉर्मली कैसे इस पेपर में क्या होगा, 70 क्वेश्चन, 70 क्वेश्चन आपको 100% आते होंगे. ठीक है ना. 50 to 70, those are basically the easy to moderate kind of questions. ये हर बच्चे को आते होते हैं. जब आप इतना सिक्योर कर लोगे, अब आपकी फाइट आएगी that now you have to make sure that you have the minimum negative marks. फिर आप दोबारा पढ़ना शुरू करो and then utilize that elimination technique. Take your time in every question and then simply use statistics ki yes, do I know this question or am I marking on the pure intuition पे question मत mark करना. 50-50 पे भी question, I mean मैं ये कहता हूँ कि avoid करो. 50-50 में भी तभी करना कि that you have a strong thing that yes, this is the correct answer and I should go for it. Okay, elimination method, as you very well said, Alisha, can be utilized in the second round. And उसके अंदर भी अगर आपको लगता है कि yes, मुझे नहीं आता, take the hard step, move on to the next question. इससे आपका टाइम भी बचेगा और साथ ही साथ आप अपने नेगेटिव मार्किंग को कंट्रोल कर पाओगे. At the end of the day, your negatives have to be less than 50. Have to be less than 50. ठीक है. And अगर आप qualify करना चाहते हो, then you need to have more than 100 marks right, less than 50 correct. Sorry, incorrect. And if you are ranker, go for 200 और आपका टारगेट क्या होना चाहिए? More than 150 correct, less than 40 incorrect. This is the target that every ranker should have.
Great. So now when we're talking of correct and incorrect questions, so now as 1 week is left, is it advisable to take mock test, and what is the frequency of taking this mock test?
I, in my recent posts, have just told the students that their last mock test should have been a grand test, should have been on 4th of April. In the last 15-day period, a person should not give any kind of grand test report because it can affect a person's morale. And I've seen people going into depression phase at the last minute and getting them out. I've seen like rankers going into depression phase last year. So mine, I have told people not to give any kind of grand test. What basically they can do is they can simply do the question bank without any kind of ranking or anything, just to revise that subject. They can do the question bank, simply open the app, start marking, just to have a quick revision. वो ठीक रहता है, but no grand test in the last 15 days.
So I would just like to add on one thing. In case some student is going under depression during this stage and needs help, Dr. Nachiket Bhatia sir has his own counseling sessions. You can take appointment from the DBMCI. You can just visit www.dbmci.com and book an appointment, and he would be solving out your issues, like if that's possible. For sure, he would try to help you out. So this is one of the greatest things that I like about DBMCI, and I would suggest you to just go for it. So now the next question is, what are some of the major mistakes that a student or an aspirant makes during the last week of the preparation of NEET PG, and how to avoid them?
Alisha, being in the management side ना मुझे बहुत ज़्यादा academic मिलती है, but थोड़ी non-academic ज़्यादा मिलती है हमेशा. Last year, I remember a student, a ranker from a very good college, and she reached 10 minutes late to the exam center. So, जो सबसे silly mistake students normally do, basically they don't go and visit the center one day prior. कुछ भी चीज को you should not leave for granted. उनको लग रहा था that Sunday था, she thought that खाली मिलेगा सबको, there will be no traffic or anything. The moment she stepped out of the house, कुछ वो लंगर लगते हैं ना, तो उसके घर के बाहर लंगर लगे हुए थे, and पूरा traffic jam था, and she got stuck, and she reached 10 minutes late, and nobody allowed her in the examination. So जितनी भी तैयारी कर रखी है, everything went to waste. So the main thing every student should do is that they should visit the center one day prior. They should take at least an hour of buffer time, so that let's assume that something bad is going to happen on the way. There's going to be traffic jam, a road accident, anything can happen. So you have enough buffer time in your hand. And of course, इस बार आपकी बहुत सारी चीजें इन्होंने ऐड करी हैं. अगर आप किसी उस स्टेट के अंदर जा रहे हैं जहाँ पे फॉर एग्जांपल देयर इज restricted travel allowances, then आपको और border के अंदर और ज्यादा ट्रैफिक मिलेगा, तो you need to at least take 3 to 4 hours of buffer time, because मिलेगा there's going to be a lot of checking, people are going to be driving like mad over there. So आपको वहाँ पे ध्यान रखना चाहिए. मास्क आपको लेके जाना है साथ में, take a couple of 2 or 3 extra masks alongside you, and of course आपका admit card. आप यकीन नहीं मानोगे that आप कितने students होते हैं जो अपना admit card भूल जाते हैं. So what I advise is that one day prior, do all these kind of things and make a small bag. We have already put everything, and जिस गाड़ी में जाना उस गाड़ी में जाके पहले ही रख दो. सुबह दिमाग में बहुत प्रेशर होता है, so in any case you might forget it. Don't take any risk. Keep it right there. Second thing, in the last minute, again, which I'm repeating myself, please listen to inspirational stories. It will keep you motivated, it will keep you, pumped up, but do not change your strategy by listening to anyone. The strategy is working for you, ठीक है, and last minute में आके change करोगे, जितनी मेहनत करी वो सब वेस्ट हो जाएगी. So don't build anything new, simply, make strong what you have already built. That's what my last minute advice would be.
Okay, thank you so much for the tips. And now to summarize, you can just tell some of the test essentials, like what are the key points an aspirant must focus on the actual day of the examination, apart from that you said that we have to reach the center earlier.
If possible, do a 10-minute meditation in the morning. I have started doing it, and trust me, it really works. It calms you down. When you are giving the examination, many a times you will feel like that कुछ नहीं आ रहा, कुछ नहीं आ रहा. अगर वैसा हो रहा है, तो याद रखना that always use the efficiency of the time you have in your hand. ठीक है, अगर परेशान हो रहे हो उस टाइम पे, so उस टाइम पे पेन कॉपी रखो और सिंपली 5 मिनट दिमाग बंद कर दो. वो 5 मिनट इज इन्वेस्टमेंट के आगे के आपके 3 घंटे 25 मिनट्स खराब ना हो. अगर आप परेशान माइंड से करते जाओगे तो आपका रिजल्ट खराब ही होगा. ये मैं आपको बहुत ही लेमन चीजें बता रहा हूँ, बट ट्रस्ट मी, कभी जब आपको लगेगा उस एग्जाम के अंदर, ये सारी चीजें आपके बहुत काम आएंगी. 5 मिनट अपनी आंखें बंद करो, जस्ट स्टार्ट मेडिटेटिंग फॉर लाइक 5 मिनट्स, ओपन योर आईज अगेन एंड देन स्टार्ट वर्किंग. परेशान होके, एंशियस होके आपको पेपर नहीं करना आगे. आप कर भी रहे होगे और आप अच्छा भी नहीं कर रहे होगे. इससे अच्छा है 5 क्वेश्चन छूट भी जाते कोई बात नहीं, बट 195 यू डू इट विद अ प्रॉपर माइंड फ्रेम. एट द एंड ऑफ द डे इट इज द माइंड दैट मेक्स यू विन. सबकी प्रिपरेशन बराबर होती है. 516 कॉलेज है इंडिया के अंदर, 516 के अंदर रैंक 1 है, लेकिन उन 516 में से एक ही बच्चा रैंक 1 लाता है नीट पीजी के अंदर. तो ऐसा नहीं है कि बाकी को आता नहीं है, या फिर जो बाकी 2-3 होते हैं उनको आता नहीं होता. सबको आता है. इट इज जस्ट अबाउट कीपिंग द बेस्ट माइंड फ्रेम इन दैट गेम एट दैट वेरी मोमेंट. सो उसके लिए सारी गेम यहाँ से जीती जाएगी आपके. 10 मिनट मेडिटेशन or you will do best in that examination.
Yeah, so these were the only questions that we had, and thank you for answering it so wonderfully. I hope this video would be helpful for the NEET PG aspirants who are to appear the exam on 18th of April 2021. So we wish all the aspirants good luck and stay safe, and all the best for your examination.
Best of luck. Bye bye and take care, guys.
Take care. Thank you.
Thank you.